This is a Boeing satellite called BAE Systems, PG&E, Diablo Station, PG&E Education Center, and UC Davis in the California Department of Corrections, Lockheed Martin, San Luis Obispo. And everyone here targeting my implant staying at this resort, and the resort down that way, and the resort's over there to at the golf course. Okay. Now I want to show you something. This is really interesting. I want to let you see this. See if we can get this together here. This right here is a video that proved BAE Systems is tracking me, just like at the gazebo, but I didn't have enough room to show you. This is Biology Engineering acknowledged that Navy ocean surveillance systems and Boeing satellites and optogenetics exist on a telephone recorded conversation. This right here is a federal tort claim for damages to the Department of Justice, to all these people right here. You can see what I say here about DARPA's implant for computers being surgically implanted illegally. You can see from this angle, you can read the whole form if you pause it. You can see that I asked for $2 million for damages to my eye and brain, is what personal injury lawyers ask for personal injuries claims. $1 billion if I die, and $70 million is DARPA's implant for computers. You can see it right here. Okay. This is the project they're using as the MK Ultra project. They want to send electrical shocks to my brain to erase my memory of this, so I don't use this evidence against them. They can delete the Facebooks. Okay, here's anesthesia. You can see that. This is my name. This is a photocopy of the bill. Now I'm going to turn the phone here. Maybe you can snapshot this part, but I want to show you this this part here where my finger is. Now you can see anesthesia, and you can see right here it's in line with the anesthesia. This amount is over $1,000. You can see that. Now optogenetic injections cost over $1,000. Trying to hold the paperwork now. You can see that optogenetics injections cost over $1,000. The setup costs here. I only signed for a cataract implant, and you can see that here's the consent form. You can see the back of the consent form. Now here is the retina prosthetics. You can see the graphene electrode, which is the RFID tag, just like you would put on a debit card. This is to track the implant. Social Security stamped the implant. That is not a cataract implant. That's a retina prosthetics. Now here's my name, a dual vis. Medications used for the surgery. Alcon Labs. Here's the implant. There's the number to the implant. There's 2 numbers to it. Okay. And here's sheriff's at my bedside. I was under CDC custody when this happened. What is sheriff doing at UC Davis? Dual vis is an MRI microcoil. Okay, is for photonics crystals and MRI. Okay, DARPA MRI microcoils are DARPA's implant for computers. You can see what this is here for brain machine interface. This is the reason for the claim. MIT and Edward Boyden, you can go to YouTube and look. He's using an optogenetics light switch for neurons. You can see that $70 million was programmed to develop brain implants to regulate emotions to mentally ill. So you're regulating the emotions and feelings in somebody's case, and you're causing more disabilities. Go ask a judge if you can regulate his emotions and feelings and mitigations and decision and judgments. See if you can bring this into a courtroom with graphene optical discs from Boeing satellites. And you see what this is. This is the MIT review. Again, here's the implant. That's my face to ensure this is the implant. This is the transparent lens with the nanowire electrodes in the lens. This is a 2006 implant. I'm going to show you this right here. This is very important. You can see the RFID tag, and then you can see two viscoelastic wires going right to the implant. You can see that right there. Look at that. It's right there. There's one, and there's two. Look at that. There's the implant right there. This is a hybrid transparent implant. You can see what this is. You can go to YouTube and look at hybrid transparent implants. Okay. This is the bill here. Okay. IOL master. This is another bill. This is from CDC. This is a different amount, $2,000. You can see that all my social security numbers on YouTube. You can look at the evidence to see BAE Systems track me. It's Navy Ocean surveillance systems. IOL masters are spy cam log devices. You can see the amount for that. Here's a big copy of the bill. IOL masters are nano sensors to systems. Here's the brain implant here. You can see the doctors, these doctors at UC Davis. That's a lot of doctors for a cataract procedure. This is the only form I was given at in the beginning. Pauline Lim, remember Pauline Lim, and she's a neuro-ophthalmologist. What is she doing in a cataract procedure? This is the transparent lens. You can see what it is, drawing artificial light for graphene optics, optic warfare, and spectrum warfare. Here's the wire that you can see. It's within the lens. This is an old implant, 2006. You can see the wire here in the implant. You see the light emitting diode. This is the program they're using against the implant. It's a part of cyber track systems. This is the programs with Edward Boyden that's they're using against the implant. MITI media. You can see that there are electrodes in the lens. Okay. This is Obama's brain mapping projects, and this is Chief Justice Roberts. He talks about this. This is the original bill, and you can see it's kind of blurry. This bill was for $9,000. It's kind of blurry. It's a photocopy of it. You go see it at this Facebook here. In the photos. You see Lockheed Martin. This is what I sent to the Department of Justice. Lockheed Martin has spent $900,000 to $14 million on a space fence right here. And that's what's tracking me here. You can see that Boeing satellites cost $120 million. This is justify the $1 billion if I die. You can see that the flexible sensors. You can see through fire and smoke. This talks about transparent lenses and electrodes and the technology being used. This is in the first claim for $200 million against Union Pacific Railroad. Integrated photonics is dual vis. Viscoelastic systems. You can see that viscoelastic systems exist to agent. The implant was loaded into the cartridge from folded system, and the injection system introduced to the eye. The injector advanced place the lens posterior. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. The implant was loaded in the cartridge. The injector introduced into the eye. You can see that this is removed viscoelastic agent from the eye. You can see that this is the surgical procedure to this. I'm not supposed to have this form. This is the Vacaville numbers. I was in Solano State Prison when they used this secret implant agenda. You can see that Pauline Lim is the neuro-ophthalmologist. This is also, you can see the surgical manipulation here. And you can see the viscoelastic TV VCR camera systems. This is when they test the implant. This is to assure that the implant works, I believe. Now, viscoelastic phase array implants for cybernetics. You can see that these talk about hard or soft implants for neutral tissues. Viscoelastic properties or nanocomposites. You can see for graphene. You can see that Sony and Panasonic, this is the optical distance tracking for graphene-based holographic optical disc. Boeing satellites, they're 120 million, I showed you before. Lieberman microfinger was in the surgical procedure form. See if I can show you. Okay, Lieberman microfinger was in the surgical procedure form. You can see that. These are the electrodes in the lens. This is an old implant for the transparent lens, obviously. You see that viscoelastic agents are for neurorobotics. You can see that. Viscoelastic force fields. You can see that dual vis and viscoelastics are for dopamine in neuroscience by Alcon Labs. Alcon Labs is on the surgical. This is, you can see the light emitter laser hit the light emitter here. This is another bill of the same bill. IOL Masters is a large copy of it. You see that solar power implants here for IOL Masters. And you can see down here below that Symbiotic systems with laser diodes and micro optics is BAE systems here. You can see that. IOL Masters or optogenetics. You can see that was on the bill. And you can see what BAE systems is right here. See, it's for transatlantic engineering. You see that here. See,